know the rookie wall may have got to him, but I need to I need you to lay it out there, buddy. Nonetheless, with those things being said, like you said, next week we want to be able to bring in two coaches that you like. Who do you really like out here in these streets? And if I might add myself, 2 restraining orders. I want you to have 2 coaches you want to stay the hell away from your team, or you might call the cops. Because I got a couple names of people that scare the absolute bejesus out of me, and I don't want them anywhere near my team in any capacity whatsoever. I don't even want to give you them names right now, but like,
no, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. I want a restraining order on them in terms. I don't even want them to interview. I wish the Zoom didn't even have to happen. I wish the computer went dead when they was doing their little spiel or whatever. But with that being said, anybody got any final comments on episode 2, Ryan Poles, and what we gonna do?
I got one more name we didn't put out there that I cannot believe. I've heard it said a few times, and then I looked into it. I was like, why are we talking to that guy? Kellen Moore. Why are we not talking to Kellen Moore? He's the knucklehead coach. I think that San Diego thing went weird on him because they were trying to move the team and a bunch of weirdness was going on. But I think you should talk to him. I think they should bring him in.
Because I won't disagree that Dallas, I always want to say San Diego, Los Angeles, and Philadelphia, they haven't lacked for productivity, and in that regard, I won't rail against the obvious thought of having him be added to the list. And a closing statement about that, just before we get into it, or anybody get any other remarks. I've heard both ways that this number is too high, and then I've heard that you can't talk to too many people. Last year, the Chargers interviewed 15 people, and nobody said a word because they got it right. And so my question to you is, too many? Just enough? Add some more. Just that simple.
I think my final thoughts are pretty simple. Just be you.
No, don't do that.
He want to nag me. He want to nag me.
Don't Matt Nagy us. Don't do that.
Just be you, dog.
My final thought, add more. Keep going. It's a process. This is what interviews are. It's been interview as many people as you want because we know the job is probably Ben Johnson's, and that's why you're doing it.
I can understand that one. And a pardon shot to go down a rabbit hole before we get out of here. What did both of you guys think about the prank call that had Caleb believing that Ben was the coach already? It's absolutely crazy to me.
Oh, I had flashbacks to tell you. Hopefully he would get this information in a different way. But yeah, I was kind of just like, I mean, it worked out. He responded. I just felt like that was kind of gullible, but I don't know how you get that kind of information. I would hope it wouldn't be via text. I hope somebody give you a call when you come into the office, but maybe not.
Man, shout out to the shorties. They pulled it off.
Yeah, and so what my take from that was, and it was reinforced more so on the Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast, is that you got a bit of an infatuation with Ben Johnson because you were excited about said information because you FaceTime the number after the plaudits and pleasantries were exchanged, and you reinforced that when you went on a pod. So while he has no,
who wouldn't be excited about that?
Everybody. I mean, I don't know players' minds.
After you've seen his success,
that's the. I mean,
I'm saying even if you have a different horse in the race, once you see or once you think it's going to be him and you've seen that success, I can understand him being excited. Like, I mean, I've seen what you do work. If for nothing else, I don't know if it'll work with me, but I've seen at least you have some success.
Okay, I can get that.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one.
Okay.
Plus, the players love him. Like, Amon-Ra, he immediately went into like, yeah, I'm telling everybody he sucks too.
Yeah,
he sucks. He doesn't suck. And I'm just like, oh, that means you don't want to lose.
You don't want to lose him at all.
I've done a 180 on it. I'm like, when I hear players get excited about the coach,
They love
talk
him,
about,
for real.
and that's what made me turn the
That
corner.
that
I'm like, okay,
that caught
he
me
must be a good
today.
coach then.
I thought
He must be a good coach.
about that specifically for you when I talked about a rabbit hole.
Welcome.
Just because
Welcome.
I knew like the way in which they gravitated to him, I was like, you know what? While I won't be on the stomping grounds committee at all, I was like, that's a rabbit hole we gotta traverse one day soon. I don't know when that day is, but when we're gonna get into it, we're gonna add some segments and other things to the stream. We're gonna spit the facts one day, and sometimes we're gonna dig down a rabbit hole like only Shy Guy Ty can do. With that being said, I appreciate you boys pulling up on me today and hanging out. Next week we will discuss coaches at length. Hopefully, for me, I hope we don't have a coach next week. But if we do, I'll pivot and we can talk about that guy. Who knows?
Let it be Ben Johnson. Let it be Ben Johnson.
Well, it can't be him next week. He still got a job to
It can't
do.
be him. That's why I don't think
He
we'll
got
have a coach.
he got to lose. He got to lose.
Booty of Love is happening. Get ready.
Yeah.
Booty of Love.
Yeah, Love Fest. The Love Fest is here. Everybody's waiting for some people to lose. Some people are waiting on. Other people have already lost. Some people ain't got nothing to do but wait on your phone call. Nonetheless, we're gonna figure it all out next week on episode 3 of the Mailbox. I do appreciate Mr. Blue Facts and Shy Guy Top pulling up and hanging out in the box as usual. We will talk to y'all next week. We out. Talk to you later.